Caught my fiancé and best friend in bed together. I was halfway through frosting the vanilla cake when my phone buzzed. It was a photo from Jamie, my maid of honor, of the two of us at her bridal shower last month. Our cheeks smushed together, champagne flutes raised. The caption, 1 month until you're the bride. I smiled, licking buttercream off my thumb. The kitchen smelled like lemon zest, and the lavender candle Drew bought me for our anniversary. Our anniversary. In 28 days, it'd be our wedding. Everything felt so right. Drew had been quieter than usual lately, but I chalked it up to work stress. He'd started a new job managing a tech startup, and his texts had become shorter, his hugs quicker. Still, he'd surprised me last week with tickets to see my favorite band. "I know planning the wedding's been chaos," he'd said, kissing my temple. "Let me take care of you." And Jamie? She'd been my rock since freshman year of college, the one who held my hair back after my first breakup, who drove 3 hours to surprise me with tacos when my dad died. She'd even offered to handle the bridesmaid drama herself. "You focus on marrying your soulmate," she'd said, squeezing my hand. Soulmate. I wiped a smudge of frosting off the counter, glancing at the clock. Drew was supposed to be home an hour ago. His last text was vague. "Big meeting ran late. Don't wait up." But when I called, it went straight to voicemail. I tried Jamie, too. No answer. Maybe they were planning a surprise. I grabbed my keys. The office was only 10 minutes away. His coworkers loved me. They'd let me sneak in. The parking lot was nearly empty when I arrived. No sign of Drew's black Audi. I texted again. "Everything okay?" No reply. I drove past our favorite takeout spot, the park where we'd had our first kiss. Nothing. On a whim, I turned onto Jamie's street. Her car was in the driveway, next to Drew's. The air left my lungs. "They're just working on the wedding toast," I told myself, "or fixing the DJ playlist. You're paranoid." But my hands shook as I parked behind her hydrangea bushes, crunching over fallen petals to peer through her bedroom window. The curtains were cracked. I saw his shirt first, the navy one I'd bought him for his birthday, discarded on the floor. Then Jamie's laugh, high and breathless. Drew's voice, rough and unfamiliar. "God, you're perfect." I stumbled back, bile rising. The cake I'd baked for us tonight, vanilla, his favorite, was still sitting on my counter. They didn't hear me leave. I drove until the streetlights blurred. Somewhere near the river, I pulled over and screamed until my throat ached. My hands clawed at the steering wheel, wedding band glinting under a flickering lamppost. Drew had insisted we get them early. Practice, he'd joked. Jamie's texts started pouring in. "Please call me. It's not what you think. Let me explain." I blocked her number. Drew's voicemail was trembling apologies. "I was going to tell you. It just happened. I love you, I swear." Love. The word felt like a rag stuffed down my throat. I ended up at my sister's apartment, where she held me as I shook. "How long?" I kept asking. Was it always a lie? She didn't have answers. No one did. That was 3 days ago. Drew's stuff is still at our apartment. Our bed. Our photos. The save the dates he helped design. Jamie's bridesmaid dress hangs in my closet. Lace sleeves wrinkled. Part of me wants to burn it all. Another part wants to shove the cake in his face and demand, why? Last night, I unblocked Jamie. Her messages cascaded in. Walls of text about loneliness and mistakes, how Drew pursued her, how it meant nothing. She begged to meet. I typed a dozen replies. "You were my sister. I trusted you. How could you?" But deleted them all. Now I'm sitting here, staring at the wedding planning checklist on my laptop. My finger hovers over cancel vendors, but something else haunts me. The way Drew looked at her. Not the soft, steady gaze he gives me, but something hungry, desperate. How many times did he look at me like that and pretend it was real? TLDR. Found my fiancé and best friend together 3 weeks before our wedding. Now I'm torn between burning everything or giving him a second chance.